Welcome to Atlanta Falcons Today. Harrison Graham here to break down the Falcons' preseason loss to the Tennessee Titans. Full reaction. We'll show some stats for today's show as Atlanta falls to Tennessee. 23-3 was the final score as the Titans took down the Atlanta Falcons. Titans, hey, their depth looked pretty good, but for the Falcons, oh man, did not look good whatsoever. It's just the preseason. We won't overreact too much, but this offense without the main starters did not perform well whatsoever. Only mustered up 3 points in the preseason opener of new head coach Arthur Smith's debut. Obviously, the Titans know him very well, but still, you were hoping to see a little more, especially from the backup quarterbacks, which we will discuss in further detail in just a few moments. Grade the Falcons' performance in their preseason opener against the Titans, 23-3 loss, A, B, C, D, or F. I don't want to overreact, but, I mean, D, I guess the defense did some okay things, but not great overall in the preseason debut, but it's the preseason. You're working out kinks. Get your grades in A, B, C, D, or F. All right, let's talk about those backup quarterbacks. First, A.J. McCarron. He gets the entire first half. What does he do? 5 for 12, 36 yards, and a pick. Not good. Now, the offensive line certainly struggled. He didn't get much help from the skill players as well, but that's not a very good showing, as this has kind of been a storyline throughout camp. These backup quarterbacks have had issues, and obviously Matt Ryan didn't play in this one, which gave A.J. McCarron and Feleipe Franks both an opportunity to really show what they've got. Franks, he had that cool 52-yard run, but otherwise 2 of 9, 16 yards. Had 76 yards rushing. One of those was a 52-yard scramble. That was exciting. We know he's athletic, he's mobile, but there's a reason people have suggested maybe he should switch to tight end because he's just not very accurate throwing the football. My main takeaway, Matt Ryan better stay healthy this year because the backup quarterback spot is a problem. And I would explore the QB market and see if you can upgrade that position because I think backup QB is so important. Obviously, if you lose Ryan for the whole season, it probably doesn't matter. But if he's out 4 to 6 weeks, you're probably not going to win a game with what you have. But if you have a decent backup, maybe you can go 500. That's what we've seen in the past in the NFL. Really needs Matty Ice to stay healthy because Feleipe Franks, he ain't it. A.J. McCarron, he ain't it either. So how concerned are you with the backup quarterback situation? Scale from 1 to 10 for me down in the comments. I mean, I'm at like a 9.5. I'm pretty dang concerned. I don't think this group is very good whatsoever. We'll see if they scour the open market or pursue a trade for a quality backup. Scale from 1 to 10. How concerned are you with the backup quarterback situation? Now, I know everyone wanted to see Kyle Pitts, but he did not play last night, and that speaks volumes when your 20-year-old rookie is basically in that vet mode where, legitimate players don't play in the first preseason game. That's kind of wild. He's got to be the youngest player to get a healthy scratch in the preseason in NFL history. Arthur Smith said, Kyle's right on schedule. If we felt he was behind, we probably would have put him out there. So no Pitts last night. I know you guys want to see him play. I think that will happen very soon. In fact, I'd be surprised if he did not play next week. I think he should. I think Matt Ryan should as well. Get these two guys building more chemistry within the preseason. Also, we'll see if Matty Ice plays, but I fully expect Kyle Pitts to play in the next preseason game for the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons fans, more subscribers equals more videos, so go ahead and subscribe right now. Thomas Mott is keeping you guys up to date with the latest news and rumors around the Falcons, and when he's not available, the Chat Sports team is ready to rock and roll. Hit that link below, youtube.com/FalconsTV, and hey, as we continue to grow, we'll continue to bring out more videos. So Tennessee takes down Atlanta 23-3 as the Falcons offense struggles, but Titans backups look pretty darn good in this one. We'll break it all down for you guys. Logan Woodside, Matt Barkley getting the reps at quarterback for Tennessee. A.J. McCarron, Feleipe Franks getting the reps for Atlanta as neither team played their starting quarterback or, their major starters whatsoever. Pretty ugly showing from Atlanta, but pretty solid showing from Tennessee in this one, in the 23-3 blowout victory in week 1 of the preseason. So we'll get into this in further detail, show some stats and whatnot. But first, what is your one-word reaction to the preseason opener in this one? Let me know down in the comments. Blowout, ugly, Awesome. What's your one-word reaction to the preseason opener as Tennessee was able to take down Atlanta 23-3? So Logan Woodside got the start at quarterback for the Tennessee Titans. And, hey, I thought the former Spring League star, I can't remember now if he played in the AAF or the XFL, whichever it was, lands in the NFL a couple of seasons ago, and he looks pretty good. 10 of 15, 84 yards, had a touchdown, didn't throw an interception. I thought he was efficient with the football, made some good decisions overall, so I think that was a pleasant sight to see for Titans fans. Matt Barkley, I thought he was pretty efficient as well. He has bounced around the league over the last several years, 5 of 8, 54 yards, and a touchdown. Did not have an interception as he got most of his work in the second half. So I think the Titans' backup quarterbacks overall is Ryan Tannehill. Obviously did not play in this one. Looked good, looked solid, looked what you would want to see in a preseason opener. Make good decisions. Be accurate with the football, especially on the simple throws. I thought it was a good showing from Woodside and Barkley. I think Woodside certainly has a leg up on the backup QB job, but Barkley did his thing as well. Let's talk about the defense a little bit now. This improved pass rush, because this was a big problem for Tennessee last year. The clowning experiment obviously did not work. How about Wyatt Ray, the young player? 7 tackles, had a TFL, sack and a half, couple of quarterback hits. They were getting after the Falcons quarterbacks of Feleipe Franks and A.J. McCarron. I thought Ray had a nice performance. Rashad Weaver, the 4th-round pick out of Pittsburgh, he was impressive as well. A couple of tackles for loss, 1.5 sacks, couple of QB hits in his own right. And, hey, this is what you want to see in the preseason. Can this pass rush be better for Mike Vrabel's defense? That appeared to be the case. And the defense overall was solid, as David Long Jr. out of West Virginia had an interception. He picked off A.J. McCarron, who really struggled for Atlanta in the first half. Also had a couple of tackles and a pass breakup. This was a good showing from the Titans, offensively, defensively, just a sharp game out of the gates here, which, hey, you're always going to have kinks to work out in the preseason, but this looked like the AFC South champions to me, like especially with, Carson Wentz being banged up in Indianapolis. Looks like he might be ready for the season opener, but he will have lost the entire preseason and most of training camp. Titans enter the season as the AFC South favorites, in my opinion, and so far so good, as they looked really good in the preseason. A lot of the preseason, what you notice is which teams have the best depth. The depth in Tennessee was much better than the depth in Atlanta. We'll just leave it at that, at least one game in. Maybe they know former head coach former OC Arthur Smith pretty darn well, as he is obviously the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. So, hey, good news about the preseason. There's always another game. Falcons at Dolphins, Week 2, next Saturday night, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central Time, as Atlanta will take on Miami, who is about to kick off against the Bears in their preseason opener. So that'll be exciting to see what adjustments Arthur Smith makes, to see what vets end up playing in that game. Is that the dress rehearsal game? We'll have to wait and see, but I'm excited to potentially see Kyle Pitts. Who you got? ATL, MIA, Dolphins, Falcons. Who you picking in the Falcons' second preseason game? Hopefully it's ATL, so get your ATLs in down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you very, very soon here on Atlanta Falcons Today.